Welcome to the Scrapyard. I'm your host, BC.
I'm Aladar.
I'm a wizard. I'm Flaming Beast. Expelliarmus!
Well, I guess it's just us now.
Well, that spell didn't work as I was expecting.
Anyway,
Yeah, so welcome to the Scrapyard. And I guess we're going to do figure appreciation of the week before we get into the topic, because I really don't feel like saying it yet.
even though you can see the title down below.
Shut up.
So anyway, who goes first?
Well, since B's decided to be a pain in the butt, he goes first.
Okay. You know what? My figure appreciation, Neca, Gargoyles, Goliath. I recently started binging the Gargoyles series. I had recently gotten onto season 2. At least that's what I did. I believe it's called season 2. I don't know. Anyway, I got this at Books A Million last weekend, and after I opened it, I was a little disappointed at how the articulation is, like just the hair kind of like hindering the head articulation, but it's starting to grow on me. Definitely starting to grow on me.
All right, Aldar, go ahead.
Studio Series 2007 Starscream.
Whoop, whoop.
What the
Sweet.
hell else do I need to say if you guys really know me?
So is that it? We good? We good? I can go next?
No! I mean, yes.
Well, as you all know, I represent Rhino's Hobbies. This is the shirt that I bought last week. I am wearing it as a form of advertisement. I even still have the tag that says
Yep.
Rhino's Hobbies. These are $20 shirts. They're very comfy. You should buy one. Now, my figure appreciation. Again, I'm kind of cheating with this. My figure appreciation is whatever the hell this is.
Looks like Samurai Rekgar.
What the fuck is that?
I don't know. I saw it in the shop and I'm like, I'm so using this for figure appreciation.
It looks like that samurai toilet, except better.
It's a cool looking robot, all things considered.
It looks
Like I said, I'm actually considering buying this next week.
Bean couch.
it somehow looks like Rekgar to me. Rekgar if you were a samurai. That's what the color pattern reminds me of.
All right, now before we get into this, I'm going to introduce a new segment to the Scrapyard.
Oh?
What I'm calling this segment is the Meltdown. It's a 3-minute rant spree where I will just randomly pick out one of my host people.
Co-host.
And for 3 minutes straight, you get to just talk. Just go. Just go. And as soon as the 3 minutes are up, you stop. Basically, the meltdown is you're having a meltdown about the conversation, and then once the timer stops, you relax. Okay?
Basic enough.
So with that said, let's get into things. Just how petty the fandom can get. This is something that I'm going to openly admit one of us, if not all of us, are going to get super emotional about this one. We're going to see. So, who wishes to speak first?
I don't particularly have a story on hand right now. And I
do not yet.
I'm not on my phone to be obnoxious.
That's the beauty of this. We get to talk about how we know how petty the fandom can get. Like, we don't have to tell stories. We can literally just sit here and be like, I've noticed that a lot of people tend to do this.
Well,
Or
I
a
mean,
lot of people tend to act like this.
Well, I mean, if you want me to, I can re-bring up the whole people bitching that the new Titan isn't Metro Titan instead of Cybertron Metroplex.
I'm not ranting about that again. At least not here. Because you got to bear in mind, I'm going to get loud. And I don't think he's going to appreciate me getting loud.
But still, if you want me to, I can bring that up again. Or just in general.
What?
How some fandoms can be, it's the original or it doesn't exist. Like, there are some Power Rangers fans like that. There's the Star Wars fandom.
So, owner of the shop over here brought up a really good one. Funny enough for Gundam. There's actually people out there who will legit refuse to buy a kit if it is not TV accurate colors.
Wow.
Wow.
If it matters that much to you, paint it.
Yeah. Spray paints exist, stupid.
Or paint markers.
Yeah. So does pause button.
So does the send button.
Which I actually use.
I was just hoping you would get along with the joke, that's all.
I know, I caught your joke. So anyways, yeah,
People
I got one.
Sorry. What?
Am I about to trigger the meltdown? You know what? Fuck it. I'm triggering the meltdown. Triggering the meltdown. 3 minutes. Go.
Okay. It's not toy related, but it is like generalized fandom related.
Okay.
I am one of those few people that, Spider-Man. All the Spider-Man movies, live-action Spider-Man movies that Sony has made so far, the Sam Raimi ones, Mark Webb, and John Watts. I love Tobey Maguire. He was everyone's OG live-action movie Spider-Man. But I kind of like Andrew Garfield a little bit more. Fight me. I said it. So many people were hating on Andrew Garfield because he's not Tobey Maguire. God, I'm spitting pizza everywhere. Yeah, like he's not Tobey Maguire. He's different. And okay, yeah, I can understand the butthurt over them rebooting Spider-Man, but I loved him as Peter Parker. I loved him as Spider-Man, and yet people are freaking hating on him. I mean, were the Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2 perfect? They're not like top tier, but they were still good. I liked them. I enjoyed them. But like after Spider-Man No Way Home came out, suddenly all the Andrew Garfield haters are jumping on the bandwagon. You're like, yeah, Andrew Garfield's the best. I'm like, why you just now? Well, it's too late. It's too late for that opinion now, because even if Sony didn't agree to reboot it and like bring Tom Holland in as Spider-Man for the MCU, I'm sure there probably would have been too much fan hate to like have the Amazing Spider-Man 3 have been a possibility. Now fans are wanting the Amazing Spider-Man 3, so I'm like, really? After what? How long has it been? Like, I don't remember off the top of my head. I don't math very well. Like after 8-ish years, you guys actually want that movie to happen now? After hating on it? And Brent.
You still got another minute. Go.
Oh. I think Andrew Garfield made a really damn good Spider-Man. I'd go as far as to say he was an amazing Spider-Man. Some might say spectacular. But anyway, he wasn't your. I mean, he definitely was Peter Parker, but like
And time's up.
Oh shit!
I told you 3 minutes. I told you 3 minutes.
You did.
Wasn't joking.
So, but yeah, he brings up a really good point. The fact that everybody was so pissy about the fact that Andrew Garfield was chosen to be Spider-Man. What was the issue? You knew it was a reboot.
At least it wasn't Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark. You really don't know what the hell that was?
The stage play.
Oh God, that.
Yeah, like I
finally got it out of my memory banks, Aladar. Thanks a lot.
What can I say except you're welcome?
Crucio! Hey, Rexy.
Eh?
Avada Kedavra!
Your stupid spell backfire.
Now just cast a spell on you to shoot your pants.
Anyways, so yeah, the whole thing with the Gundams and the whole thing with Spider-Man. Y'all can see where we're coming from with the whole pettiness thing, right? Right? So
there are some fans that go so far as to send death threats if it's not exactly how they want it.
like Optimus Prime for the 07 movie.
Yeah.
I have a lot of strong words for people like that. But I'm just gonna, I'm gonna remain some level of peaceful, and I'm gonna be nice and not, lose it on them.
I'm just gonna say to those people who do that, go shove your head up an elephant's ass.
Now, bees, we're not trying to start an internet war, okay?
Let's be real. This episode's going to start one anyway.
Probably. Especially once I really start getting into specific things about specific people.
Oh, another one. The Call of Duty versus Halo fandoms. They get petty with each other, plus they get petty when it's not what they want the games to be. For example, Bungie or nothing.
Call of Duty.
Like, seriously, 4 wasn't that bad.
It was pretty bad.
It wasn't great, but it wasn't terrible.
We haven't even gotten to Halo 6, dude.
That's because 5 bombed.
Yeah, it really did. The chances of being a 6, slim.
Meanwhile, we'll see Modern Warfare go fuck yourself 3,000 in the next 3 years or something like that.
Yeah, probably.
Like, seriously. Huh?
Okay. Shit, what was I about to say? Okay, do you think we could have a group rant / meltdown?
No.
If it's something we all have we have input on.
The meltdown is a singular person thing.
Okay.
Ooh.
You know what? The G1 zealotry. Meltdown, Eladar, go.
Ooh.
3 minutes. Starting now. Go.
All right, you motherfuckers. Put plain and simple, your Sacred Toy commercial is not the end-all, be-all. It never was. It never will be. So get past that real quick, okay? Aside from that, you've had the fucking toy shelves for 17 years. Let something else thrive.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, what else can I go into? Oh, like I mentioned, Metro Titan. Who all knows who the fuck that is? Metroplex is more popular, especially Megalo Convoy. So eat shit, motherfuckers. And on top of that, this is actually a pretty damn good Starscream design compared to your spindly-ass little F-15. What do we got? Let's see. Oh, at least most of the cast of the rest of the series are still alive.
Oh!
Ouch.
Shots fired!
Let's see.
Fucking fire. Jesus.
At least something besides your oh-so-sacred toy commercial actually had a good Transformers game before the Generation 1 did with Devastation. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Transformers Armada, PS2 exclusive. Let's see. Beast Wars is connected to your sacred toy commercial. Watch it, get over it, shut the fuck up. Let's see. How much time do I have left?
2 minutes.
Oh, the fact that I burned through most of what I had to say in a minute should say something. Let's see. I prefer Grimlock being able to talk in full sentences over me, Grimlock munch metal.
No, you don't.
Yeah, actually, I kind of do. R.I.D. Grimlock was awesome. Let's see. You motherfuckers are the reason we have such shit build quality these days.
How so?
Settling for nothing but Generation 1 redos, we got shit quality with good articulation. Meanwhile, we used to have good construction, good build quality, good all of that. Well, except articulation. That didn't really become a thing until Cybertron, but you get the point. We used to have it real good. Then you motherfuckers got in control of everything. What else? Oh. Better looking fusion cannon than your precious pea shooter pistol ever had.
Oh. Shots fired.
And time's up. How do you feel? Oh my god.
How many people do you think I pissed off, really?
Probably a lot.
You
Maybe
think I
not
cared?
right now, but the aftermath of when this goes live and is actually watchable on YouTube, you probably pissed a lot of people off.
Suck it!
So with that said, yeah, honestly, I'm kind of inclined to agree with a lot of what he said. However, we can't pit all of the blame on the Zealots. We also have to pit the blame of the build quality on today's standards. Because unfortunately, a business memo means sometimes you got to make sacrifices to be able to get your product out. Look, I don't like it either, but
I'd still say they're a vast majority of the blame, but that's just me.
yeah, that may be just you. Like, literally just you.
I'll openly admit I have had it with these fuckers.
But at the same time, they did usher in a whole new era where the Transformers in their own right are thriving again. Sort of.
Look, I still respect Generation 1 for being the beginning. I can still enjoy the movie. I can still enjoy Devastation. I can still enjoy the comics. But the cartoon is cringy sometimes.
I love the cartoon for its cringiness.
Cringiness and cheesiness for me. And it's just nostalgic.
Yeah,
well.
we all got to bear in mind this though. That nostalgia is what those zealots are hanging on to, literally by a thread at this point. Like they hate it when their oh so sacred toy commercial is insulted. And I don't know what else to tell you guys. I mean, it could be worse. It could be a lot worse.
Yeah, the brand could not exist at all.
But then where would our fandom be?
Honestly, like, I apologize if this is something that should technically be said during the meltdown, but just something I feel like I need to spit out. The way things are headed, the fandom's going to die anyway.
What I meant by that was if we didn't have Beast Wars, how would any of us have met?
Which is a good point. And like I said, it's part of the oh so sacred one, so fucking get through it.
That being said, there's something else I don't want to talk about.
Okay.
And it has to do with not so much the fandom and more a case of integrity. I understand that there are some people that do not know how to regulate their own emotions. Case in point. But there is a time and a place for everything. Sabotaging a 3-year-long project is not one of them. So while I do understand that there are certain things that we just need to get over, this is where I feel it's perfectly okay to be petty.
Being couch
nice.
now.
I've been nice. I've been cool. You chose to not only disrespect me and my wife, but you're now going to come after my work. You're going, and what's next? My integrity? My reputation? My apologies that you don't have one. My apologies that you're a sellout. My apologies that you're an apologist. My apologies that you're a little bitch. My apologies that you can't even fucking get it together for the sake of your own well-being. You would rather hang on to a bunch of toys, and you would much rather be surrounded by your obsession than acknowledge the fact that you are a failure. Oh, trust, I can be as petty as I fucking need to. But guess what? I have more integrity than that. I have more respect than that. I go through every single day, every single time to just I've had enough. And it's safe to say that you think you're fucking slick. You really think you're fucking slick.
You son of a fuck.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you already know who the fuck I'm talking about. I don't know why you're coming at me. I really don't know why you're coming at me. You should be focusing on the other guy.
Cussy the
He's
Clown?
the one that's the bigger fucking problem than I am. Because at least when I speak up, at least when I stand up for something that's actually going to make a difference. So you can sit here and call me butthurt all you fucking want. The reality of it is, if you have to sit here and launch an insult at me, what does that say about you? That's what I thought. Shut up.
Motherfucker.
I mean, if you want to say something, Aladar, go ahead. The ball's yours.
Get rid of the clown picture, you double-sided disc motherfucker. Not everyone can handle them.
So, who exactly was that? That's somebody you guys know?
No, but I don't care.
Okay, just want
It's
to
the
make sure.
same guy that I blocked on the other live streams because, clearly enough, he can't take a hint. If he's not going to provide to the topic, he doesn't deserve to be here. If he can't do that, that's his own fucking problem.
So with that being said,
for all I know, it's probably some fucking 11-year-old kid thinking he's fucking funny.
I've ran into a couple of those before.
Yeah. Guess you
And-
could say they're real petty, huh?
they are some of the worst.
For those who don't know, let me make something very clear. I'm giving myself the floor.
Yep.
Aladar there, he has a deeply traumatic fear of clowns. So therefore, his response, it may not have been the most respectable, but in his regard, I'm letting that one slide because that was a fucking low blow. That's not acceptable. Trust me, if he would have put something with like a spire on it, I would have lost my mind. Because I'm an arachnophobe. But the difference is, I can handle my arachnophobia relatively well. He can't handle his clown phobia all that well. So therefore, I literally cannot take him through the NECA areas at the toy stores because there's an it figure. He can't handle it. It's deeply traumatic for him. So therefore, if you're going to use a fucking clown as a means to just swoop in and say and do whatever the fuck you want to do, keep in mind, there are other people who literally cannot handle it. And if you, if you got a beef with me, I can handle it. I'm a grown fucking man. I will deal with it however the fuck I need to. Leave him out of it. Now I'm done.
I will also acknowledge there's a possibility that this dillhole didn't know that.
No, I'm pretty sure he did. He didn't care.
If you guys can hear something on this end that is not me stimming, it is the puppy crackheading.
Yeah, the puppy is definitely crackheading. I can definitely hear him.
I don't mean to get off topic, just something I thought I should mention, and he's not going to be able to hear you because my headset's plugged in.
Bees,
Yes.
got anything you want to say?
About what about the bit that just happened?
Just in general.
Not even just what I had to rant about, not even a couple seconds ago, because that, I'm going to be real, if for those of you who think I sat here and I scripted that, I know him. Me pointing here, I'm actually pointing at Aladon. I know him. I know what that does to him. So the fact that I'm having to sit here and defend him on my fucking show, not acceptable. Not acceptable. We're at the half an hour mark. Let's try and get back on target.
Yes, let's try and reel it in some.
Stay on target. Anyway, one thing I definitely want to add, or one thing I want to bring up, Thundercats. They're the Thundercats G1ers. The huge fanboys for Thundercats. That's their Sacred Toy commercial. And then, okay, I've only seen a handful of the original Thundercats show.
Being the couch right now.
One thing I will say, I fucking hate Snarf. Kill him, use it for Chinese food.
Yes, agreed. Please.
Yeah.
And I watched a good chunk of the reboot that they released 11 years ago in 2011. That was actually pretty good. I liked it. Larry Kenny came back, of course not as Lion-O, but Lion-O's dad, which was pretty damn good. Will Friedle, damn good voice actor, was the voice of Lion-O. They had a good voice cast, and Snarf was in it, but Snarf was tolerable. Snarf was freaking adorable. He was like the Thundercats species equivalent or whatever to a house cat. Excuse me. Snarf was adorable. And guess what? The Thundercats G1ers hated it. It's so different. It's nothing like the original. So it only lasted for one season. And it got canceled. And then guess what Cartoon Network and Warner Brothers decided to do?
Thundercats roar.
Yeah, give it the Teen Titans Go treatment.
How long did that last?
I honestly don't know. Last I heard, it's still going. I'm too disgusted and afraid to find out for sure, because if it's more popular than the reboot, then there's something seriously wrong with humanity. Because if they didn't bitch and moan about that reboot that had so much potential, that wouldn't have ever been conceptualized. I mean, the G1ers, for anything, whether it's Ninja Turtles, Transformers, Thundercats, or I don't know, anything that's got the G1 status, they've got to ruin that shit for everybody in some way, shape, or form. No reboots are safe from them having too heavy of an influence and just making it so, I don't know, just declining the viewership to the point where it's just okay, this is over now. Sorry. I wanted to see so much more. I want to see so much more of the reboot. I wanted it to last more than one season. That ain't gonna be happening at any time in the next 100 years.
Makes me wonder how the Masters of the Universe fandom reacted in 2002 with that reboot. DC can probably tell me how one fan reacted.
I honestly don't know enough about that. Now, there is the Netflix. From what I've heard, correct me if I'm wrong, that's actually a continuation of the original series, right?
Yeah, Revelations is, but I'm talking the one where Cam Clark was He-Man back in 2002. It was on Toonami.
Yeah,
how was that particular response, if you remember at all?
I don't remember the responses at all, to be honest.
Terrible?
Terrible. No one liked it. Yet somehow it got a second season, if memory serves me right.
3 of them.
It got 3?
And guess what?
What?
It's the fucking best one, if you ask me.
Well, for those who don't know, due to reasons, I refuse to watch Masters of the Universe. I refuse to watch Thundercats. I refuse to watch Ghostbusters. I refuse to watch Back to the Future. There's a lot that I absolutely refuse to watch.
And no one can blame you for it.
And the reason why? It's because of petty motherfuckers like the people who try to force it down my throat. claiming it's the greatest thing of all, that I'm gonna love it. And every time I try to be honest about it, but you liked it. I humored you. There's a difference between actually genuinely enjoying it and humoring you. I am a stubborn bastard when it comes to Star Wars. I finished all 3 trilogies. I'm good. I don't need anything else. Nor do I want it. I see you with that smirk over there. Don't you say anything. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. That'll come at a later date. Anyways, with that said, we really don't have much else to really say. And the lack of a Savage
kind of hurt the episode.
kind of hurt that episode, yeah.
It's not as... it just doesn't feel quite as good.
Yeah, it's not as fun without the Savage.
Ooh.
Not as fun.
Oh, I just thought of 2 more. Yeah, 2 more I could bring up here. Console loyalists and the Bionicle fandom.
Do you need the floor or do you need a meltdown?
Neither. I just simply have to say G2 wasn't that bad in terms of the sets for Bionicle, and console loyalists. Your console's not the end all be all. Shut the fuck up.
Oh boy. I'm definitely getting flagged at the end of this.
That's all I got to say on that.
So we really don't got much else to say, huh?
No, we really don't. Short, concise, to the point. Fuck everyone.
So this is pretty much the after party. And once again, Rhino's Hobbies. Got the totally awesome shirt from them. You want something? Go ahead and go get Rhino's Hobbies.
As long as you're an Elgin.
How much are the t-shirts?
$20. And you know what? Give me just a
So, Bees, how do you feel after ripping some of that?
Pretty good. In fact, like the Thundercats one, that's been rattling my head for the last few years.
I saw some of that reboot. If I'm not mistaken, Snarf didn't even fucking talk throughout the whole thing.
Good. But yeah, like I love how adorable Snarf was in the reboot. In fact, the voice actress who voiced him was the voice of Togepi in the Pokemon anime.
So before I lose my train of thought, he does ship these. So if there's one you want, Bees, let us know immediately, or as soon as you possibly can, and we'll get you set up.
Yep.
Sure thing.
Also, their in-house paints are amazing.
Yes, they are. At some point, he will have tons of stuff to show off. He's been having fun.
Oh, yeah. Bean, out from under the table.
And speaking of, another great thing that they offer is free build tables.
Yes.
So basically, this wonderful little table that I'm sitting at right now, this is actually my little setup right here with my little beanie bag.
Yeah, Bean.
Bean.
But anyways, the reason why I'm showing all that off is because I'm working on a little something. It's a Master Grade Studios.
Woohoo.
So in case it wasn't already obvious, I'm kind of itching to end this episode so I can get back to this.
But anyway.
But yeah, with that said,
I asked Bees this. I'm going to ask you, how do you feel after tearing into the meat of things with this episode?
I feel like I need to say more, but I'm going to hold back a lot of what I want to say because I want to make sure the Savage is here as well. Because let's face it, you and you, the both of you, you're not enough to be able to get me to stop.
Okay.
Like, I am going to go all the fuck out for this. So, with that said, is it safe to keep going with advertisements or such?
First, I want to ask, is this basically going to be another two-parter?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
So maybe I'll edit the title and we'll change it to part 1.
But
And
yes,
then
carry on with
we'll do part 2.
Also,
carry
real
on
quick,
with advertising.
I want to say this real quick. I am hoping to. Yeah, I'm gonna be going on a trip down to Irving, Texas next Friday. So I will try and take part. In fact, I have a microphone somewhere, so I can try and join Scrapyard on my phone. I have headphones and a microphone hooked up, so that way, yeah, I'll try and make it work.
All right. Well, obviously it has more advertisements. He does more than just Gunpla. He does these
Those.
weird fucking kits as well.
Whatever that is.
Frame arms things, Kotobukiya, or however he said that. I don't know, but basically, yeah, he sells Kotobukiya kits. He sells
Bug.
scale model vehicles like airplanes, cars, stuff like that.
Race car, laser, airplanes.
Shut up, Bees.
Like you listen to vehicles. I'm like, oh my god, I'm thinking of that bit from the DuckTales theme. Anyway, I'm armed.
Takes wand.
Wingardium Leviosa! Imperio! Alohomora?
Do you feel better?
Now, with that said, obviously we know what next week's topic is going to be. It's part 2 to this. However, the week after, we're going to talk about the Scrapyard's best moments.
Oh, I like that.
Oh, I bet you are. You got in a couple of good roasts. That being said,
Then there's times I broke you.
yeah, there's that one time where I got to shoot you, Red Hood style.
Like, which hurts more? A, psh, B, psh, or C, psh, D? Psh. I was expecting something. I'm not expecting the response D. I was expecting a simple like. Psh. Like D.
They're not even saying anything. Just
Something like that.
D. That was beautiful. But anyways, before we get too far into this, let's go ahead and say goodnight, and we'll catch you guys next time. I've been your host, BC.
I've been Aladar.
Flaming Bees.
We'll catch you guys next time.
Peace.